Hello, hello. So, just to give you all a little update, keep you posted. Here's our injured guy from the other day. It's still a wicked gash. As you can see, there's no sign of infection. The loose skin's finally come off, and his color's fairly good. So I would expect he's going to be okay. He's eating fine. So I'm optimistic about his outcome. Everybody else in the tank's doing wonderfully. I've been continuing to remove the snails. And here's where we're at with the snail collection. I'm trying to find someone with some tougher fish to put these to good use. Maybe trade them for some plants. So it's probably over 1,000 in there. And I just picked up a new 65-gallon tall. It's a 4-foot. Basically has the same frontal footprint as the 90-gallon, but it's 65 gallons because it's skinnier. So this will be the first tank for the basement setup. It's coming. I'm expanding into the basement because upstairs kitchen is just packed with tanks now. This pair's happy, and they really like being in this 30 gallons, so I think from now on I'm going to aim for 30 gallons to make breeding stations. They just seem to like it better. I have an additional 60 or 65 gallon tank on the way as well. I'm not sure the dimensions yet. I'm hoping it's actually the same as the one I just brought home. Yeah, I'm going to figure that out and build a rack accordingly down there with these two 65 gallons down below, and then I'll run 30 gallons up above them, 3 or 4, probably 4, and that'll be the basement rack. And I'll paint it up and stain it up like I have the racks up here, so everything will look nice when I'm done. I'll paint the walls down there too. It's an old basement, so we'll get it prettied up. But all the fish are doing good. I put the breeding pair from the 20-gallon breeding rack back in here. There's Big Bertha's right there, and they seem to get back to breeding faster when they're with the crowd. So I'm gonna do that with this other pair here. I'm just giving them a couple more days. Sometimes you gotta wait 6 days and they just lay another batch. So but we're getting in around there, and I don't see any fluttering going on. So I'll probably be dropping all the fish back into the 90-gallon to stimulate activity. And when I notice them getting ready, I'll move them back. That seems to be working as a strategy for right now. The crowd, being in the crowd, just makes them feel safer, and they go for it. And their hormones kick in. And once their hormones kick in, you can move them, and they're going to get the job done. It's just getting the hormones to kick in. That's the trick. So I'll be moving tonight. Everybody will be in here, and normally it takes a day or two, and somebody's laying eggs again. First pair's back. They're right there. No, that's not them. Oops. They're mixed in somewhere. Yeah, it's her, and the he is behind the blue guy there. So, little yellow diamond is doing great. He's almost perfect, but he's got some black on his tail, so officially in discus terms he wouldn't be a yellow diamond, but as I was told by one of our subscribers, yellow diamonds are not perfect, and that's what makes him perfect, because he's a beautiful fish. And I took a risk by feeding him color enhancing pellets. I read that feeding color enhancing pellets is a bad idea for a yellowfish. Turns them orange. I don't know, he looks still pretty yellow to me, maybe a little bit in his fins, but I've got some blue light on him right now, and blue light makes a yellowfish look a little orange for some reason. So does the yellow light. I don't know why. So it's tough to throw different colors of light with your fancy LED when you got a yellow fish in your tank. But I think I got the colors looking pretty good, so 2 light bars dialed in to pull this off. I'm going to be putting a light down here and getting some plants in the sump as well. That's on the agenda. So that's where we're at. I'm going to have lots of room to house babies in the basement, and we'll have 4, 5, 6, 7 breeding stations going in the near future. And we're just waiting for fish to mature before we see any more pairs. I've had as many as 2 pairs thus far, but the other fish are all too young for that. Big Red has really calmed down. Big Red is basically switched into adult mode. When they're adolescents, they're bullies. They bully each other around. You'll notice the yellow one is now a bully, and even the little new orange guy is pushing people around. And the bigger ones, they get more docile. She's stopped being a bully. She'll still stand her ground, but she's not chasing everyone around the tank anymore. Since that video I made where she was fluttering and I thought he or she, Big Red, was looking for a mate, since that behavior started, and that was the first time I seen that fish do that, totally, the fish just calmed down. It's like a switch went off in its head. So it's a good thing, because that fish was overly aggressive for a very long time, and he's finally given up on that attitude. And now our yellow diamond friend has accepted that role. It's amazing, you know. The little guy pushes everyone around. He knows he's the boss. And little orange guy, he's standing up for himself. He don't take anybody's crap either. So you can mix smaller discus with bigger discus. You just gotta be careful about how you integrate it. If somebody's being too aggressive, separate them for a little bit. I took little yellow diamond out for a day, just to put them through a little bit of stress, make them take a step back. And in that day, little orange was able to establish itself into the school without him picking on her, and that was all. That's all I needed to do. Once the school accepted the new fish, they started protecting it from little yellow's harassment. So they're very social creatures. As long as you do it right, you can integrate new fish. It's not a problem. You don't have to buy them all at the same time. I didn't. I'm adding 1 or 2 here or there along the way. So just gotta. And once the school gets big enough, adding new fish isn't a problem, because they just the new guy will just kind of blend in with the crowd, and he becomes accepted very quickly. So you might get 1 or 2 aggressors, but like I said, just separate them out. Give them a little while. They change their attitude because they lose their when you put them in another tank, they lose their territorial bond, and that's why they're being aggressive. So you just erase their territorial bond for a day or 2. You throw them back in the tank. Now the aggressor is the new guy again, and he calms down, and that's what you get. So anyway, that's where we're at for today. Lots of new improvements on the way. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.